What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. My allergies are absolutely killing me, even worse than players and stores' wallets are about to be murdered by this Megatin delay. So bear with me if I stop to take a bit of a drink. I only have one more take in me on this. So the 2021 Tins of Ancient Battles are pushed back all the way into freaking October. They faced several delays before, and here we have one again. But what's super alarming about this is the delays put it on the same exact day as Brothers of Legend, and this hasn't been delayed. John, you want more delays? Let's put it to you like this. Your local store probably doesn't take too many pre-orders. If you do, that's pretty awesome for them to have that business model, but those delays are now falling back on you from Konami, right? So they usually will get the product in hand and then sell it and then be able to pay their next orders, right? But in this case, now it falls on the exact same date and they weren't prepared for that. This is one of the top selling products of the year. It's almost a guarantee that it should fly off of shelves or at least get them some cash flow. That's why a lot of locals become card rich and cash poor. That is the business model in this industry. But when Konami comes knocking on the door, orders due, we're about to ship. Orders due, we're about to ship on two products, two highly anticipated products you thought would be selling for you as they have year after year. And a couple weeks after that now, you also load in Burst of Destiny. Not only are you going to strain the player base excessively where there weren't many sales in September because where's your product releases for September? And then you all put it here on three of the top products after such a dry year on product. This just is not a good look for the stores, and I really hope Konami is more lenient with people that are like, oh, I can only take this much of my order, or I only have this much money right now, but I can get it. Like, this is a really bad situation for stores towards distros and Konami's, and I really hope that people are more understanding that this is Konami's back end, and also the term shortage of 2021 being up there. Apparently this is due to the raw materials of the tens not being fully ready. Like, I understand that's not Konami's fault, right? You could say you should have the foresight, things have been crazy, but that's still, at the end, they're gonna get that from the factory, come back around over here, and then do this. But this ends up being really bad, and I would actually advocate for some other product delays as you could spread it out through December, and I don't think it would be that terrible on the player base. Heck, we just got a core set, and then you're going to line up another core set 2 months. I get that people really want Burst of Destiny, but you could push it back a little to give more time for sales. That being said, with those delays, people are grabbing cards off the market as well. We've seen the Dear Servant down to just 16 listings on the market, and people are really going for Ecclesia as well with this engine. She's probably about to get an upgrade in those tins, but I can't stop people from spending their money in stupid ways. You see them starting to really go around 24 now. The lowest are 26 and 27. Also, Chamber Dragon the Maid. Oh, if they're releasing Battles of Legend the same day as the tens people keep parroting, they're not going to be reprinting these same cards like this or Droplet on the exact same day. There's no way they're in the set. Well, first off, the Dragon the Maid is in Gold Series, dudes. Like, so that doesn't really get affected too much overall by this. And yes, it could end up in the tins, it couldn't. We aren't going to have every 10 end up like the 2020 tins where the kitchen sink gets thrown in, but I do foresee a couple double reprints happening. And with Droplet, yeah, I do think it would be pretty weird for Droplet to end up in both sets if they're the same day, but this isn't like it was planned or anything. Like, Konami's looking at the set releases and they didn't mean to back it up like this. So if Droplet's a selling point of Brothers, I agree it would be weird, but I could also see at their office, you know what, we've had enough delays, F it, just get the product out, we already had it for this date, I'm tired of dealing with this at the office as well. Of course, these strains go back the other way. So I think trying to dip into the reasoning of this card will miss the tens, that card will miss the tens, spend the money now, they still have reprints guaranteed coming in the first place, and in the second place, yeah, the tens, they were question mark all along, and you're just adding extra fuel to a fire of speculation on reasonings. And while I get that you can draw those lines, they don't always connect into how it is. Remember, oh, Apollos is in Gold Series, no way it makes the tens, and then it made the extravagances in Toon Chaos, it's not gonna make the tens. Oh, it made the 10s. Phantasme was already reprinted. It'll be like Ashwell. Oh, it made the 10s and gold series. Heck. So I would not just draw these lines. It's great to Theorio. It's great to try to think with big market brain. When you actually start spending mass amounts of money on that and going in and clamoring and rushing because you see something going up, like this was 72 on stream the other day. Now you see a freaking low of 80. When people are clamoring with these kinds of reasonings that, yeah, the 10s are this close, it can't happen. Well, it's not as if Konami intended for the 10s to end up this way, dudes. Next up, we have a couple buyouts. Speaking of Burst of Destiny, around there, Mist Valley, Apex, Avion, DTs have been skyrocketing and down off the market, and a lot of them have been going from the secret rare quantities as well. Fog King, I don't think is that good of a buy, where Mist Valley, I can see it ends up in metas. It's been on inboards before. Fog King, every time I feel like this dude gets bought out, ends up failing, and now you have Triple Imperm, Triple Droplet once it's in your hands. You have, which should still hopefully be before, you know, we'll see. We'll see. But seriously, Fog King, you also have Triple Dark Ruler no more. There's just so many outs to this dude, and you have to establish him. I don't see these low quantity crazy buyout price hikes really panning out for you unless you're hoping to make some hype beast sales. Every time Fog King ends up coming into buyouts, are you Fog King kidding me? We see Mask of Restrict tend to go down in quantities. The OTS Super, not the most accessible version, and there's only 2 holos with that, and the original Ultra out of Labyrinth of Nightmare. And then you have a bunch of commons that haven't had a printing in too recent a time, I think. When is the Zombie Horde? Is this the old one, or no, it's the new one, so this is one of the more recent printings. Okay, but still, Mask of Restrict, not the most printings. If you're interested in the commons as a way to fight Flundereeze when you know you're going first, I suppose that's a way, but yeah, you have to establish these cards and win the dice roll, that kind of thing, so you're likely side decking them for one game. There might be better cards to end up using against the Flundereeze, just saying. Dawn of Majesty has been pricing up pretty weird as competition sneak peeks ramp up. It's the least amount of hype I've seen out of sneak peeks, least amount of people posting pictures, even during the Crush card times, and some people, yeah, we got a Starlight, yeah, this is going good. I saw Crush cards pull this Starlight, shoutouts to them if you want to watch their video on that. But Aluber seems to be the top selling rate card so far. I see it sold out over on tier 0 here, as well as Iris, which they had priced under most people, and then Synchro Overtake. Also, Synchro Overtake selling pretty fast over on daily. They bumped it to 25, but a lot of other things have gone down as sales rates aren't the fastest. Ready Fusion around 45. We do see Iris down towards 37 now. Code WhatsGood5 for 5% off. Support the channel directly and make these even cheaper. These prices are beating TCG Player by a lot, and what I'm really impressed by is Stardust Synchron's one of their top sellers, yet they've still downed it in price to 12, and shooting Majestic Star Dragon now towards 10. Will this be an $8 card? I feel like Dawn might end up grossly under-opened by how I'm seeing things go, and the sealed competition is ramping up rather fast, and people are starting to undercut each other a little. Will we have a $60 box back here finally? I don't know how this is going to all turn out. Like I've said, I didn't think a single card would be worth over a box outside of the Starlights. It does seem to be shaping up that way, even on TCG Player already. Synchro Overtake towards 60, where we did see them sell out around 20, and it's at 25 over here with it selling relatively well. B-Trooper Scout Buggy I really like. Where its actual price will land, I feel like it's a $12 card, could be an $18 card, though. We'll have to wait and see. And the Starlights, Iris sold early on. They had it at $250. They bumped it to $3. I still almost feel like this will end up being a $340 card for Starlight, but we'll wait and see. It's that waifu with some backing like we've talked about. I also think it's really cool they did make Shooting Majestic Star a Starlight, but not everyone's so excited. And the final one is Messiah. Yikes, I did not like that choice. And Messiah is down to $12 over here, as I would have suggested pre-sales to start at, where it's trying to hang in there like that cat poster over here, a little around 20. But yeah, price is still way too high up on TCG Player. I would wait till the actual release date. But how many vendors that usually open product are going to bust this with all of these on the horizon? Thanks for watching today's Market Watch. Sorry to keep it a little shorter since my lungs/allergies are killing me a bit, and I'll see you tonight on live stream. I'm gonna take another allergy pill and hopefully feel better by then. But yeah, this is so crazy, dudes.